Welcome back. Today we are going to be starting Grand Battle of Cold Harbor, finally. We have reorganized our army from the last battle. We've got our full 5 corps, except for 1 open slot that I'm going to be keeping until the very final battle for the sake of being able to move units back and forth between corps. Let's see if these guys have been windowed down to 500 men, and they're getting pretty strong. And the other thing I'll point out is that, just again, I'm actually rotating out these brigades to get more experience, and I'm swapping them with some of the other rookie brigades that have been in the reserve corps, so that these guys get bolstered a little more, and these guys who are getting deployed out first get a little more experience. I've gone through and raised up some of the numbers of 1st Division independent brigades, just to bolster numbers all around, because 1st Division tends to take the most losses because they get sent in first. Similarly all throughout. I've also finally spent money to buy 1863s for all of the elite brigades. Just put a bit of a dent in my funds. I've sold some of reserve guns to make up for it, because I've now developed my army to the point where I'm confident that I know what I need. And career-wise, we put that last point into training, so we will max training after this battle, and then we'll start taking more into logistics. And just as a reminder, at the Mule Shoe, we only went basically 2-to-1, which isn't good by most standards, but it's a tough battle. You know, I've heard anecdotally people not being able to even be positive at that one, so you know, we'll take what we can get. It's about 22,000 casualties. So we go to the report, and they get a little bit more back, so we weren't able to do permanent damage there, but you know, they get a lot back after that battle for whatever reason. So, all right, Cold Harbor. So here is our full 100,000 man army. Unlikely to go much above this, depending on how money holds. I might be able to bolster out some of the other brigades, we will see. But the veterans are really going to be too expensive for me to get more men into those brigades. Obviously this number is wrong, this is just their initial deployment. It's not very useful, so be it. After the Battle of Gettysburg, the Confederate Army of General Lee gradually gave ground while we chased him south. We repeatedly attacked Lee in an attempt to destroy his army and lay siege to the city of Richmond. Lee's army is progressively getting weaker, but is still holding the northern roads leading to Richmond. We tried to swing around his right flank by securing the crossroads at Old Cold Harbor, about 10 miles east of Richmond. Our army detachments repulsed the Confederate cavalry and started to build breastworks. Both armies began to shift their formations towards these roads. Confederates entrench and preparing to defend their positions. Should they fail, we could break through and march to Richmond. So historically, the breastwork line eventually starts getting extended out to here, and there's a lot of back and forth. The Union is not successful in their assaults, and eventually start withdrawing. Confederates, I believe, get a bit of a breakthrough over here as units start rotating around, and so there's, like, if memory serves, it's fortifications up here and fortifications over here. Bit of a Confederate assault to threaten these guys, and eventually the Union, I believe, withdraws from the field at that point. So this is a multi-day battle, and like the previous ones, so the Confederates at least can win this very early and very easily. They can either win. They used to be able to at least win phase 1. This immediate first phase, with the Confederates, you can actually rush, take this victory point, and you win the battle instantly, because you've pushed them off. The other thing I think that was changed since I did that, but then I also actually, in my Confederate campaign, I ended up shooting another video where you can still win on day 1, where you actually just sit around here, You do. There's another action up here on the far right flank. You can try and take that victory point. That's kind of hard, but you can do it. Instead, there's just still some fighting. But then now you come back down here. The Union attacks in full force in the left flank, but it is possible to withstand them enough and push them off to then counterattack, take the VP then near the end of the first day, and still win the battle then. As a Union, we're not interested in doing the reverse. I'm going to have to check the victory conditions when we get in, but we want to see more of the battle. We want to see more Confederate troops. We want to degrade their forces even more and just destroy them. I have not personally done this again, so bit of a learning experience. Hopefully hoping to not take points and cause the battle to end. Anyway, our army is shifting, trying to swing Lee's right flank. We are already building trenches near Bethesda Church, up to this section. We have captured Old Cold Harbor Crossroads, and now, from this position, we are threatening to advance to Richmond. Our infantry detachments are currently building breastworks to secure our new attack base. So this is the VP the Confederates can take early and end the battle. It's actually a fairly weak position for the Union. You do get breastworks, but there's there's building cover here to approach with. Some of these breastworks get kind of stretched out, and the AI will have troops manning these positions, so you can just ignore, because they're not going to affect your fighting up here. So you can either push through here, or actually even better, something I think I like pushing through directly to here. You're at risk from here, but this means that you don't have to go up here and engage these breastworks head to head. And the initial Union deployment is fairly small. The rebels have responded by maneuvering their forces to defend New Cold Harbor Crossroads, so they get a very good defensive position here. So we're going to want to be very careful how we assault this position if we actually choose to do so. This is very strong, and have entrenched further northeast. Their breastworks extend to Walnut Grove Road, up to Old Church Road, blocking all main roads to Richmond. We have to assault and break their defenses. Our corps detachments control Old Cold Harbor Road Junction and prepared breastworks to defend it. Confederates are mobilizing for an attack with their infantry. They've entrenched the other side of the road, and we could counterattack to storm their defenses. But we are now under strength. We must hold our positions until our reinforcements arrive. Yeah, so we got nothing. But first, most importantly, what are our victory conditions? Hold all of these, hold the center breastworks, hold New Cold Harbor. Okay, so we need to take this, at least, and we need to take the central breastworks. We don't have those, at least. And then we need to take the left flank and all of these, which we don't have right now. So I think we might be able to take some points without triggering a... Okay, no, we have to take some. We have to take one of their points, as well as New Cold Harbor, which is what's on the map right now. Are you gonna tell me? All right, you're not gonna tell me in this screen. That's great. That's fine. Okay. Anyway, so we have a very light deployment and actually a fair bit of ground to hold. So we need to be careful about what we are deploying here. This is the kind of situation where I may instead want to deploy 2 independent brigades instead of my division, just because I need better coverage. I mean, the division will be really strong, but I think I need more troops on the field right now in different positions. I think. Let me think about this. Sorry, folks. So this is okay. Like, this is fairly light forest cover. I don't think they can take this. I'm just gonna get some. I need some skirmishers out here just to keep an eye, make sure they don't flank me. But I don't think it's a big deal over here. These are the areas I'm more concerned about, and I think I just kind of have to let them. If they choose to advance up to here, I can't hold this. So I think I just want to defend the victory point. And basically, no matter what, don't lose these points. So. I think here, and then something like this. I think. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try this. Okay, so this, like this. And then an additional just there to bolster. And then just like this. Okay. Detach some skirmishers out to here to keep an eye out. And attach some skirmishers out to here to keep an eye out. And I don't have enough troops for the rest. So these guys, I will move them as necessary to help respond to attacks. That's my reserve. Central breastworks. Okay, so actually, sorry, I'm just going to pause. Yeah, so we need to take that. No matter what, we have to take that. The problem is this is a very tough position to take. You look at how it's covering through here. You can sort of try and angle. You would think looking at this, you can sort of try and angle behind. Actually, there's the fortifications start again right over here, and that's going to be an area where I'm going to want to attack eventually, but not right now. So the other thing I can do to win is take the central breastworks, inflict casualties. So in fact, I'm going to want to not take this point early, because like I said, I want to extend the battle. We're going to reduce their forces, but I'm not going to take that point. So we'll go ahead and we'll speed it up. They do start with about twice, 1.5 times my men. Here, yeah. That gives us a little better vision. Okay. Actually, so we're gonna have to have him run to get over here to protect this flank better, because I can't protect, I don't have the troops to hold this flank. I just don't have the men. I'm going to reposition the artillery over here. I'm not responsible for that. It's a pretty decent opening volley. shift off now. Run. We get over here to make sure that these guys stay protected. More forces of theirs are trickling in. These guys are okay. I'm not gonna get dislodged. That's unfortunate. Kind of pushed out. Get him in there just to help relieve pressure. He's holding just fine. Surprised that he was the officer who got killed, given what's going on up there. Officer back down here. Just need to hold for an hour longer and then we're gonna get reinforcements streaming in. Some skirmishers to get them over here again. Alright, so they're finally getting pushed off. Charge them. Just have too many guys here. So I'm having to pull back and just give up the point temporarily, which is unfortunate. I'd say these guys are very stupid and not overwhelming. I'm just gonna have him back here. Just I have to protect that point, or rather, I have to protect my rear flank right now. He can run off there because my reinforcements are gonna come in through here, so I just don't care. Oh, please don't kill the skirmishers. Commander. Oh, thank God. Okay. Thank God. So now we're going to get these guys out here. Combine with you. Go this way. Is this a second? Nope, that's fine. So combine with you. Combine with you. Get my guns out here. Something like this. That's another one of my howitzers that needs to come up here. That is another one of my howitzers that needs to come up here. These guys are like somehow standing like on top of me. I don't really understand how that works. Oh, hello. these guys moving down. Skirmishers out to there. Couple divisions moving this way. Whoops. And so there we go. We managed to hold the our left flank there. So we'll call it there. Thanks for watching.